old Tom Johnson, he's gone mad! Sit, Cory, sit! Cory, sit! Sit, no! Sit, dog! Sit, now! California! Why is it mad dog?
Yo, Chili, just get inside. I'll call Atticus. Atticus, you gotta get back to the house now!
What's going on?
There's a mad dog on the loose!
I'll be down there in a second.
Hurry!
Damn, that's a big dog!
Don't shoot him, Daddy!
Kids, I don't want you to see this.
I got it, Atticus. I got it.
Atticus, I think you should take the shot.
But I haven't shot in so long.
I trust you with this shot.
Okay. All rise. Be seated.
Atticus, please bring your first witness.
I call Tate to the stand.
Place your right hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yeah. How would you describe the physical injuries of Mayella Ewell?
Well, when she came in that night, she was mighty beat up and all. Her eye was swollen. She had bruises already starting to show up, and she had red rings around her neck.
With all these bad injuries, did you ever think to call a doctor?
Well, no. I mean, she looked all right. She wasn't hurt too bad. Bob said not to.
That's all, Mr. Tate. Thank you.
Mr. Blake, please call your first witness to the stand.
I would like to call Bob Ewell to the stand.
Hold this for me.
I do. So that Afro-American right there?
Yes, sir, it was. He laid not one hand on my daughter, but two.
Atticus, do you have any questions for Bob Ewell?
Yes, I do. Mr. Ewell, can you read and write?
Can I read and write?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I can read and write.
Thank you. Could you please write your name for me?
Yes, sir.
That's interesting. You're left-handed.
Yes, I'm left-handed.
Continue.
I would like to call my next witness to the stand. What exactly happened, Miss Ewell?
Every night he'd be walking by, I would have this wood that needed to be chopped. And I would pay him a nickel to chop up the wood with that there chipperobe up top of the shelf, and he would come in and chop the chipperobe, but one night, he got a little bit aggressive, and he grabbed me by the throat with both hands. And then before I knew anything, I was on the ground, and he was running out the door. And I was screaming and hollering, and my dad came running in. I said, "What happened?"
final witness.
I would like to bring Tom Robinson to the stand.
I do. Well, it just so happened I was on my way to work. And to and from work I had to pass Mayella's house. And there she was, sitting on the porch. Usually, I just tip my hat, nod my head, and keep walking. Sometimes she has a chore for me to do for her. And so, the reason I did this is because I felt sorry for her. Because her father was drunk, and the kids were always running off somewhere. So she asked me if I could come inside the fence and bust up some shiffer road. So I said, sure, yes ma'am. So I went inside the fence and I said, I ain't got my tools with me. She said, that's all right, I'll get you an axe. So she came back with an axe and I started busting up some shiffer road. And she asked me how much money I wanted for her. And I said, no ma'am, I'll do it for free. So she said, why don't you come inside? I need something else done for me. And I said, yes, ma'am. So I walked inside the door and she asked if I could get something on top of the shelf. And I said, yes, ma'am. So she got me a chair and I went on top of the chair. And I grabbed what she wanted me to grab. All of a sudden, she grabbed my legs, and I got startled, so I jumped down off of the chair. And I got scared. And she pushed me onto the couch and got on top of me and started kissing me. And I saw Dad in the window, and he ran inside. And he said, Mayella, get out there, nigga. And she got off me, and he ran towards her. And I just ran for my life outside the door and kept on running. I didn't bother to see what was behind me. I just ran until I got back to my house. And I promise you, I did not rape that Mayella.
Jury, what is the final verdict?
Guilty.
Guilty. I think he was not innocent.
Guilty.
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 Innocent.
Guilty.
Why must the good black people die young?